Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see you all. My name is Bruce Koppl. I'm the State Director for AARP here in Iowa, and it's a pleasure and an honor to be here with this group and friends and with Di and John. I think about the first time I met Di. Where is Di? She's wandering around back, and we have a tradition of meeting at Taste of Thailand and talking about that was 4 or 5 years ago, and wow, Di, you've and your organization have come such a long way to in terms of your growth, in terms of policy, in terms of this place. Congratulations for that. I'm here on behalf of AARP's 400,000 members in Iowa, and it's great that this meeting has come together, and you all here in the room, we need to get together more. We need to have this kind of conversation more. Without enough well-trained health and long-term care workers, direct care workers, it will be impossible to provide the service and supports that Iowans need as they grow. We all know that Iowa is an aging state, as is the country. And the numbers become overwhelming. As I look around the room, some of you in this room know it much better than even I do. But if we don't direct our attention and give this priority, as has been stated already, we are behind the curve. Access to quality health and long-term care depends on a strong workforce of individuals and the tools and support necessary to recruit, retain, and sustain these workers. I want to focus my brief comments today on the need for Iowa to address the issues of workforce competency and workforce recruitment and retention. Let's start with competency. While 1 in 5 Americans will be age 65 or older by the year 2030, 1 in 5 will be 65 years or older in just a few short years. Most healthcare professionals receive very little training or are certified in geriatrics. Only 1/3 of nursing programs require a course in geriatrics. Most long-term health care providers provide no formal training in geriatrics or gerontology, and there are few incentives for this type of training. AARP believes this needs to change. Nationally, we have endorsed legislation in front of Congress right now entitled the 2009 Retooling the Healthcare Workforce for Aging America Act to help address this important infrastructure need. With regard to workforce recruitment, retention, this is a public health crisis. Those seem like dramatic terms in these days, and we seem to be hearing that word more and more. But the fact is, it's the truth. Those of you in the room that are professionals that study this situation, you know that. Without sufficient numbers of workers, older Iowans will be at risk for not getting the care that they need. This in turn will lead to increased health care costs and poor patient outcomes. The current working conditions for a lot of our direct care workers is poor pay. It's a lack of benefits. It's a lack of training, and it's limited opportunities for advancement. These make recruiting and retraining direct care workers harder than they need to be. Direct care workers typically endure low wages with limited or no benefits and high workloads and often unsafe working conditions. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir here a little bit, but the fact is that we have to continue this drumbeat of information that needs to get out beyond ourselves, out into the community. As you all know, or most of you know, that this contributes to nearly 100% turnover rate. We need to address each of these issues: wages, benefits, training, education, including opportunities for mentoring and advancement. And most of all, we need to respect the work that they're doing and work to have their conditions, their work stations and their work areas be safer. This is not only necessary, it's the right thing to do. If we do those things, then we'll feel as though aging Iowans are receiving the care that they need, the care that they deserve. So I feel like I'm delivering a dire message here today. And then I see some of the caregivers around the room, and I know what motivates them, what brings them to this profession is what's in their hearts. But we have to take care of the business side of things. And this state can be a leader. We have a leader like Di who has made great progress in this state, and we can continue to do that. So with that, I'll close my comments and look to respond to questions. So thank you.